wāhanga karapu ki ana tātou hea Waiata o tātou takiwa nei. Whakarea mai te atu rānei. A te mutunga o tēnei wānanga o tēnei rā, he taonga tuku iho tēnei, kia tātou kia whakamau, kia whakaputa atu, ki te ao whānui, tātou nei rangatiratanga o Ngāti Pōporo ako. Tēnei ku mihi. Tēnei ku mihi. Nō reire te whānau, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Well, thank you, Rose, for reading my obituary. It's lovely to be here. Thank you, Temporary, for chasing me. For those who know, I've done in the past 4 months 5 trips to Tahiti and 2 to China. So I'm really grateful to be able to be here on a beautiful day like today. And thank you for everyone. And my mihi to everybody. And it's really wonderful to see faces here of faces I've known from the past. When I look at you, I see your parents. When I look at you, I see your grandmothers. I see your grandfathers. I see your grandparents. And in that brings a lot of money. You know, there's been an old saying that Pākehā used for many years, saying, I stand on the shoulders of giants. Wa penene a tata. Ka tuana tātou e runga te mana o tātou ni tupuna. We stand on the shoulders of our tupuna. So kia kaha, be proud, and in a humble way, represent them with honour. Koena te whakataunga, o te timatanga o tēnei wānanga o tātou. Congratulations to our committee for calling an in-depth wānanga of this nature. They say, Māori, hei hara te kira me te reka o te pāua I ki tamareka. It's not for the pāua to say how sweet it is, but when you eat it, it becomes a memorable experience. And that's actually part of our whakapapa, kāhuna ki rongo mai wahine. Another story, another pūrākau we'll enter into later. So I prepared a whakahaerenga for our kaupapa, so if I can just get Tracy to flick us to that page, the agenda, pēnei na te haerenga, te whānau. And so what I'm about to do now, and you don't need to come up to the front here if you're whakamā, but it's wonderful to see tamariki here. You see, as a child, while all my friends were playing football for MAC, basketball for all the other teams, I was sitting in an old prefect, a grey one, used to be parked up across the road here, 40 degrees, sitting inside this old prefect with Kaumātua as we would drive from here to Waiata, to Tangihanga all over the place. And I was brought up in those hot temperature cars, listening to the portal over and over and over again. So some say, gee, you're really fortunate to have this mātou on the age, but I could tell you now, it was damn torturous as a child. But, Ngāti, here I am. The first time I've elected to actually share this knowledge in mātou with each and every one of you. So if you ask where is the resource, kei hea te rauni me oku nei mātauranga, it comes from these old kaumātua. And on that note, before we get into whakawhanaungatanga, where I would like you to stand up, introduce yourself, and of course go to, if we go to the next page, please, Trace.
Kia ora koutou te whānau, ko Temporary Tukuriwa, ko Kahirana ki te maunga, ko Narago ki te awa, ko Tāki te mutu waka, ko Ngāti Mama, ko Ngāti my parents are Puriri and Kawa. And what I'm going to do today, I'm pleased to see my 5 sons are here and my daughter, that my children travelled to be here today.
Hello everyone, my name is Puriri Armitage, my mother. And what I'm just going here today, I've enjoyed the last series of the Wānanga that we've had, most recently from Pat Parsons and Sabrina White and Jerry. So I'm really enjoying to listen to Pōporo and to have what they show us to share with us today.
Oh, good morning everyone. Tēnei tōnu ewiri o ni Kawa. Our sister to Tikanga, aunt to all the different ones that are here. I'm just here to see what Ashley is going to teach us today, and hopefully I'll learn something, and I hope we all enjoy the day. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Puriri, 10 years old, and hope to gain some knowledge from you.
Kia ora tāne, Templey's son. Just coming to learn some new things. Set up.
My name is Kathleen O'Shaughnessy. I'm the youngest daughter of Leslie and Sabrina White, and I am from Ngāti Puriri. So I'm looking forward to today, hoping to learn more.
Tēnā tātou whare, mea tuki ki a koe, te kaiwhaka haere, te community o tēnei marae, mea tuki a koutou. Ko waiau, ki kaha Whakapapa, tuku karaua, Tesima Rātuma, no Ngāi Whātui Āpiti, me Kahununu, ka moia ia ki Kararana Rātima, ni Dennis, no Rongo Whakata i aia, i kaha toku mama, toku karaua, Amaru White, no Ngāti Hine i aia. Ka moia ia ki Kristen Harris, no Rongo i aia. Ko Dennis Rātima, rawa ko mihi Katrina White, Rātima mihi White, oki mātua. Ko Kaina Kawirangi Rātima hau, kia ora koutou. This is awesome. First one that I've been able to be at a marae and not at a kura. So this is awesome. Thank you to everybody who put this on. Really want to learn more about Tikanga, Te Ao Māori, and yeah, this is a perfect place, a perfect person. Awesome. Thank you very much.
Morning, my name is Graham Armitage. I'm the eldest son of Timothy. I've just been visiting you today in Bar, and just being at the marae is basically what we're here for today. Just here with my nephew, say your name, Will? Oh, this is Mason, Sophia and Layla.
Oh, my name's Timothy's son. I'm just home, so I'm here.
Good morning, I'm James Reed, and I'm here supporting my wife, my sister-in-law, my brother, and my niece over there. So I'm coming here today to sort of learn a bit more myself, and it's nice to be here with people I've sort of grown up with over the years. And yeah, I'm actually all the way from England, so just got to let you know. Kia ora.
Kia ora mata. My name is Kawa. From the land of Mauke, Korongata Marae Wānanga. I'm married into Ngāti Pōporo, so I'm just ahi, kere. Pōporo I tēnei wā. Ngā mihi kia rei reisi, mātau I whakupare tātātou mihi tēnei rā. Kia hoi hoki Dr. Ashley Puriri, mota hau mihi kia hau. Te tāna katoki hea mihi tēnei rā. Kia ora mata.
Kia ora, I'm Gerald, one of Tinky and Peter's son. Just here with whānau. My name's David Puriri. David Goldsmith on this side. Eva on this side. I've come here to learn more. And, get my kia ora.
Kia ora koutou, I'm Ruth Wong. From Mātua, Aso Valley Tuima Seaweed, and Koia Tūmau. Kia ora, I'm from here, Parahi whānau, and lovely to have you, Ash, and whānau here. And I just want to big ups to the Armitage whānau. As soon as I drove in, I could see that the lawns had been mowed. And my role here is looking after our buildings and our things here. So thank you to this big whānau over here who introduced themselves. If you didn't come and do your wahi, we might have had long grass today, but it's all about whakawhanaungatanga today. Thank you for coming to support Mum and Dad today. And thank you, Peter, for coming to support us as well. It's a blessing to have you here. With Ashley, awesome to have you here, and very proud sister on the trust board. And grateful to have you here because we know a lot of the knowledge that we need, and that we just having us share like this is awesome. So kia ora tātou.
Kia ora whānau. I'm PJ Price, and I am the Kamo line. My name is Kamo Edwards. And I'm excited to just get a little bit more knowledge into my little kiti and strengthen my understanding of where I'm from and what I can do, not just for myself, but for my hapu. Love you all, and thanks Ash for coming down.
Ngāti Pōporo, Tikanga. I'm happy to be here, Ashley. Kia ora. I spin from way back. My name is Tikanga, ko Ani Tipare. It comes from Ani Tipare Kamo, which gives me my birthright onto the marae. Kia ora. I'm here ki te whakaroro. Ata whakaroro.
Kia ora, I'm Charlie Woodson. I live down Waiata Road. I come from the Hapi Waiata line. And thank you Ashley for having this, and thank them for the marae for giving us this opportunity for us to come here and learn more about Ngāti Pōporo and Tikanga about our Whakapapa.
Kei te mihi mahana, Ngāti Pōporo, kei te mihi. Ko tana tapaku, ko Puriri. I'm the granddaughter of Kimi and Kei te Puriri, who once lived in that whare. And I'm very grateful to be here today. I know that it's time for me to come back be engaged with our maraeans. And I'm grateful for my cousin and for the mātaranga that he has to be able to share with us today.
Kia ora everyone. I've been away from to actually living here in British Park for about 40 years now, and it's lovely to come home and to see everyone and try and catch up and remember what whānau they belong to. But I'm happy to come and support whatever's going on here in Marae. Because there's so many memories of growing up here in this wonderful place. It's not quite the same today, I think to say, but wonderful to be back and then to catch up with family and just to be supportive to what's happening now in Waiata today. Thank you. Morena whānau.
My name is Linda Pōporo. I'm the daughter of Inea and Brasi Pōporo. As a child and also as an adult, I've had very little to do with the marae. And I feel privileged to be here today because I know nothing. I'm glad you said you don't have to go up the front because I would have been really whakamaha about going up the front. So I'm grateful for the opportunity to come here today and learn. And I hope that I'll be able to come more often.
My name is A.B. Mitchell, son of Toots and Becky. Dad's from Waiata, mum's from here. I also represent my wife. She's of the Deacon Happy line. And I'm glad you're videoing it, Trace. I hope you're videoing it. We're supposed to report back to her about my finance today. But I'm here today to support, really to support in the hope that I'll gain some insights and be able to apply. I think that's the big thing for me is it goes in here and hopefully it'll stick in there and hopefully it'll come out. I've got 5 of my 4 uncles and 1 auntie left in that generation. And my hope is that I can be of some benefit to my cousins, our nieces and nephews and so on for the things we do today. Kia ora.
Hello, Lava. I thought you guys started on the front. I'm the one twin and we come from Waiata, been there pretty much 47 years and we came back home the last couple of years and so it's been really lovely. I'm Samoan and Tongan and my mum is from Savali, Wambao. My father only realised that I was Tongan last year, so I've always had a fond affection for Korongata. Our children came here, we've got 6 of them, the baby's the last one. So it's lovely and I'm excited to learn.
Kia ora whānau, ngā mihi i whanaunga, so mai te nei. Ko Wainderi taku mua, i te tau taku māma, whānau hapi, i te tau taku pāpa, whānau Davies ki ngā bush, Ngāti Ngāti ki Wai. So I'm representing my mum, who's always in here. So for me, being away for a few moons was to come back and reconnect and help shoulder where we can to help support our whānau katoa Dao to help reconnect those lines. And so that's what connected me back. So, long story short, so my mum was always the quiet one, was never on any of the trust or anything like that. So I was given this opportunity by our people to come and be a part of the trustees. And on behalf of the trustees, and I guess also for myself, is to create these opportunities where we can reinvigorate ourselves with our own selves and have our own mana of our own people to be shared. Because the Whakapapa is our papa. And I'm Ngāti as well, and it's good to understand where and how and who I am or where I stand to help understand where we can all be going. And it all about intergenerational. And one thing that over the times of being away of living on the pā to now being individualised into a house, is to now disseminate that to come back to where we are as a pāri again. How we always used to be coming to support our tangianga, coming to support our anniversaries, coming to support our anniversaries that were coming up. It wasn't just about a singular point of connection, it was multi-pronged. And so that's what I just wanted to share for me, and what I want to gain is that knowledge and understanding and reconnecting us and making me remember how we were, so that my daughter and my children can have at least a glimpse and hope of what we had to help reinvigorate that for them, because it's not about me, it's about you.
Kia ora whānau, tui kingi, ni hapi, Turo and Tai as my parents. I'm here, I've just started my te reo journey, and this is going to help me. I know it's going to help me, so that's why I'm here. So, kia ora.
Kia ora koutou. Ngā whānau o Ngāti Pōporo, Korongata Marae Wānanga. Wānanga is not really my identity, but I've kept it. I've always found it difficult to identify with Korongata in terms of the names I've carried, because they've been tūhoi. I was born a whakamoi, which is a tūhoi. I was whāngai o hopa, which is tainui, Puriri, Waiata, and Kawa. And I was whāngai as baby by Miriana and that whakamoi. And then on the Wātini. So none of those things actually make me feel, in terms of the names I carry, my eternal Whakapapa, which is really important to me and has been since the day I was born. So I've worked out whānau through these wānanga, and it's like I've been looking out of a little window, and my window's getting bigger and bigger, and the sky's getting broader and broader, which is beautiful. The scenery is better. So each wānanga is a help, but what I can say to those of us from that Whakapapa to Ngāti Pōporo is that we're 12 generations from Whakapapa. Those that are my age, the 12th generation direct Whakapapa, and Nikanua, and Tāhake, Te Rangi Kamanuru. Our line is Mōria Nui, Paura Tūmai Manui, Rora Poneke, Miriana Poneke. His real name was Tāmati Ngārangi Kātuku Taupiha Poneke. Miriana Whakamoi, or Mokena, Erehi Whakamoi, and myself. So that's why we're all whanaunga. What I'd like from today is that the more we learn, there are more questions, and they're really good ones. I've been hooked on our takiwā because we need to protect it, we need to protect the mana of our tikanga, and we also need to maintain our tūranga waiwai for our mokopuna and mokomokas. So that's really important. And so one of the things, because I worked in the Māori world for most of my working career, one of the things that was said to me was Ngāti Pōporo was one of the oldest hapu, and Korongata was one of the oldest marae in this area. And I took it literally as the wood and Korongata Marae, but it's not that. It's the history of Ngāti Pōporo and it makes it one of the oldest hapu in this area. And those 12 generations that you claim from Whatu Apatu and our stake in our Whare Nui Nikanoa, that there's a lot of history that we need to learn so that we can sing about it, praise God about it, and just love each other. One of the closing things I want to say is that they say, what is whānau? And this little child replied, unconditional love. So, yeah, we can have our disagreements, as Asha said. We're not zombies, we're not under Putin. We've all got our own perspectives, which makes our horizons wider. So we can all agree to disagree, but when it comes down to it, we're whanaunga and we have unconditional love for each other.
Tuatahi rā, ka mihi ati ki a koutou te whānau Puriri, te rirunga, o ira mutu e rua, a Dr. Ree, a Kelly, tēnei te mihi aroha ki a koutou, tai mai I tēnei rā. Ka tika hoki me mihi atu ki te whānau o Mangaro, te hāpuni nei a Korongata, te rirunga a Auntie Queenie, tērā momo rea ana, e naro haere ana. Wai mari e ana mātai nei ko nei tunu a Tiani, mana hoki e whānau I tia, e peni tia, e nā kōrero o nehe I te wā I tuku mai ai I ko nei. Tēnā tātou I Ngāti Pōporo, ko Jerry Edwards tōku ingoa, ko tōku pāpā ko Moraki Horomone Edwards, ko tōku māma ko Lina Hawaii Brown, no Kaiuku, ko Paitama, Nuhaka, wai tēnā tātou. Ka hātātu hia, ki te kai, ina kai a te mara. Hea te mara ki a tātou, te whenua nei. Te mātai rana a te tūpuna whare, nā ingoa kua whakaritea e koe a Kāpita Ashley. Me te Waiata hou o Ngāti Pōporo, te Waiata hou mō Ngāti Pōporo. Tēnā tātou.
Kia ora whānau, I'm a bit emotional, coming back home. I'm the great-granddaughter of Rāwari Maraki Kawa and Anitukani Stoa. Kawa Lesto. And they're special to me because I've been in the sharing all my life. And then my nanny, Rebecca, Crawford Kawa, Papa. My dad is Buffy, Sydney Crawford. So I've had a very interesting life in the sharing, and as of late I have done a lot of training alongside and helping world records and world champions with their bodies. I called myself Te Manarongo Mātua, the power of the big toe. So I train the feet, I unlock the joints of the toes and train the big toe to work. And yeah, so I've come home to learn and to help and to bring it all together, and I'm trying to bring my cousin Roland Ferris home at least to help me get something going, and to, for me to give and for me to learn as well. And I love you all. It's good to be home. Kia ora.
Kia ora te whanau, ko Rose Puriri
matua, so my grandparents, Hemi and Keita Puriri. My grandmother was a goldsmith from up the coast. I'm on the trust board of Korongata. What I would like to get from our wānanga today is that, especially our Tikanga Kawa, is going forward. Because over the previous years we've had additives and we've had subtractions to our tikanga. So it'd be good to be able to formulate a foundation so that for our future generations, so that it's there, it's laid out, and we're not having to change every time something happens. We know our tikanga can stand steadfast in our tomorrows and our children are steadfast and knowing their tikanga and the kawa of e tēnā whenua. And also, we're talking about whānau and whakawhanaungatanga, and we have many marae and whānau around us, mangaro, paki, o mahu. It'd be wonderful to know that when we talk about whānau, that we build and re-establish and strengthen our whakawhanaungatanga with our whānau, and especially here within Ngāti Pōporo. Because without them, we can't move forward. We're leaving people behind. So it'd be really good. That's what I would like for us to understand how important each of us are, or Ngāti Pōporo. And because we all started from here, we just grew out. So it'd be good to rebuild and share the tikanga, share the kawa, share the whakapapa that we all have and that we all share, and the pūrākau that brings us all together. Because those are wonderful stories and wonderful, we get captured up in Disney, Walt Disney stories. Why don't we get captured into our own pūrākau and our own hiding there? So so that's what I'd like to say. Ngāti katoa.
Ngāti Pōporo, tēnā koutou, tēnā rā koutou katoa. Puriri o ngā tikanga ni no rongo wahi. Hona o himi rau ko kei te Puriri. Ko te ro o arama ko Aina Puriri. Ko Jacqueline, Jackie Puriri Kaitapai. I'm very blessed to be here today, whānau, at home. I'm coming travelling with my brother and my brother Ashley. And Timothy, thank you for the karawa, Rose, reaching out to my brother to come home and to kōrero and to share. And this is all part of the knowledge and the journey of sharing, and we're all gathering that for the hapu and to share it with the hapu. I'd like to acknowledge also my two older brothers here that are here, David and Free. Thank you for coming and supporting our brother. Presented today, and also from the Puriri family. I'd just like to acknowledge our mamae, our loss of our tooth, recently, which has helped gather our family together, and the importance of whānau. So we stand here and we support our whānau here, because that's who we are. We stand as Ngāti Pōporo, no matter where we are. And it's just reminding us of the journey that our tūpuna have put before us, that we do a good job while it's our turn, and we pass it on and we share it in succession, and put those posts in the whenua down nice and strong. And as knowledge is shared, more questions is asked. And, that's the beauty of who we are, is to Wānanga. And she'd love also my sister Donna, who's not here, is Māori Wānanga, who would love to be in this type of Wānanga. Because she thrives on these types of settings, a baby sister. I'm one of 6 sisters, eventually, just privileged growing up in this human room. I like learning on Whaaki. So today the outcome that I wish to share is Titi Whakapapa, share the kōrero that is being shared today. And just engage one with another, reconnect, not to say I'm not being connected. So it's important as we follow. Thank you, Tracy and the board, going on this holiday and this journey and putting pose in place for each and every one of the happy members. So, tēnā koutou whanau, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa.
Kia ora whānau, we have got some newbies that have arrived. We're just introducing ourselves. Ko tutuki te wā. E koe, mai ana, ke whakamoe o tātou koe. Anybody else? Ora mai ana. Kumutu, te koe te wā. Everyone's just introducing themselves.
I come to unload it by my in our Father, Kawa Ngāti home. Have you waited a long, long time? I had not known where my father Kawa Ngāti went and laid after he laid to rest. I always wanted to leave my father to Pōporo as a taonga for us, as our whānau. The way, because we know the gospel of Jesus Christ, our latter-day saints. And we know what's bound on earth is bound in heaven. But hey, aha, time has passed. Time has been healing. Especially for me to be here today and to tautoko Ashley and Whakapapa here on the north. As we know, our father's pierced. Puriri. We know where they rest, where they are in the spirit world. Without that knowledge, I would have been lost. Kawa, here is our father's stone here. And for the other kaumātua here that stood with our grandfather, Honey Kawa. Maraki here with all those names are familiar to me. All our whānau here are familiar to me. And our father, he worked amongst the people on Paki Paki, and Mori whānau, to Mahi, Wairo, Tikanga, all our whānau here, even to go down to Wamanui, where he was a minister for Māori affairs. But his roots were here. This was his tūranga waiwahi. And this is what happens for me, this is happening for me today. So I can stand honourably and know that our father is here. Our mother, she was a virtuous woman on Rongo Mai Wahine. Always supported our father, maybe not in presence, but everything tautoko. Ringawera, Karanga Waiata, in the tukutuku panels here. She made, because her love was here also. Na mihi ta aroha te whānau. Na mihi tūkana brother. I've always stood behind you. I've been looking at you before your witnesses to pave the way so we can come back here to Korongata and be proud. Because this is where our men, their many parts lived and established themselves here from what was given from the clan. They had no option of what binding together for no one time. Because the Haiti came along and even confirmed where they came from, why they're here, and where they're going. So I have a testimony. Families are forever. I had to wake this morning with this taumaha on me, on my mind. So I want to finish my life here. And I wanted my father and my mother. So I'll be waiting patiently, Father. And now from this day, I feel I can move on with your aroha, with your love and your support. And I encourage every other family too. Your parents belong here. We need Kawa mate home. May never be forgotten. So pray that our whare Pundi is still standing today. You know, I went in there when I've got my priesthood, went in there and practiced my karakia for priesthood. Heavenly Father, bless our families. My tamariki, they're waiting to come home. So when we do things in order, I Korongata Marae trust, and thus far is what they've done to beautify our marae. But it can be better, it can improve. And we get enough warnings from Matua, what we need to do as a whānau, as families, so we can be together forever. I just live like
to leave you my testimony that the Church of Jesus Christ is the true church here upon this earth. And we do have a living prophet here in us as much as love our Heavenly Father loves each and every one of you and know you by name. And he has a plan of happiness that we can be together forever. And the church is not made up of perfect people. We're here to learn how to become better. We worry about being perfect, where our tipuna have moved on. I remember from a little boy and doing baptisms for the dead, the names of our tipunas rang in my ears. And then the baptismal font, witnessing Uncle Goodspara, he'd been there, Uncle Eric Taha had been there, Uncle Jimmy, who'd been there, submitting all our father names, so we can be together forever as a family. Our traditions here are not foolish traditions. They're handed down from Matua for us, so we can stand proudly on our marae. Nā mihi tā aroa whānau. I say these things in the name of my Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Ko e tēnei tuake nei, he uri au no ngā Kawa Whakapapa o Hirini Kāmau, ka moa ia Wini Pere Rangitako, ka puta ko Rāuri Kāmau, ka moa ia Rāuri ki a Ani Tīpare Stop, ka puta mai ko Ripeka, ka moa ia Ripeka i a Sid Crawford, ka puta mai a Makurata, ka moa ia Makurata, ki a Wirramu te Huangaro Ferris, ka puta mai ko Michelle Ferris, ka moa ia Michelle ki a Indu Hukianga, ka puta mai ko au. Ka te kao me tuai te mihi atu ki a kūtau, ko hora nei tēnei hui o tātou, ki te Puriri, ka kūtau whakatūngia tēnei kaupapa. E mihi ana ki o kūtau, te matua nei, mō i e whakawhāriki hia o mātauranga ki a tātou, te hapuru Ngāti Pōporo, nā reira kore mutu ngā mihi, nā reira, ko te Whitirere Ferris ahau, nā reira tēnā pūtau, kia ora tātou katoa.
Tata noa te ho mai te pakipaki, nā o tēnei. We still have two people, Haramai Peter and Haramai Lydia. We're just introducing ourselves. Haramai Ana Pōporo.
My name is Peter Armitage. I have the honour and privilege of being married to Tikanga Kawa. Actually grew up more with Fred and David. Actually, I'm afraid you were just that stone-nosed kid in the background who wanted to tag along with me getting up to mischief. I'm here on instructions from my wife to be the chief fly spotter. Make sure they don't spoil our food. Thank you very much.
Puriri I was a Sullivan before then. I hail from Korongata Marae Wānanga. Grateful to be here. Wasn't expecting to stand up, thank you. But kia ora to all those whānau that I heard with thus far.
Kanu i tēnā, homai te pakipaki, tēnā. Look, I've done hundreds of lectures in universities and all around the place. I've learned never have a front row at a hui. No one sits in it. So what I'm going to do, we're going to get rid of that front row. We're going to invite whānau at the back. Haramai neke mai ana. Come closer, come and join the hui. Haramai tātou. Neke mai ana tō te kura e te ana tira haramai. Hei a mai tō te kura e whakatata ngā mai ana. Bring your table closer. Come and join the hui. Dave? You can move that table up closer if you need a table. Whānau, I'm really proud of you. It's always nerve-wracking to introduce yourself in a Māori setting. And so we're going to get rid of these seats here because nobody's sitting on them. I don't want to talk to you in the seats. So let's get rid of those seats, whānau. Everybody else, just move a little closer. I'm sure everyone's had a nice cold shower this morning, so we're all fresh. But thank you, Father. Thank you for standing up and introducing yourselves. Me o tōtau nei Tikanga kore o rawa. Tāpai tēnā, tāpai. Alright, good. Hei tīmata tātou. Call anybody else and they tell outside in.
Yeah, it's on. It's at the back as well. Oh yeah, I'll go and change it.
Ka pai tātou? Look, I'm happy with you. When I learned what I learned, there were no such things as these cell phones and recording devices, cameras. The only way I learned what I know was to sit in that same car and travel with his kaumātua everywhere and hear the same story over and over and over again. I'm not adverse to anyone recording. I'm not adverse to anyone making notes. The idea is whakamau te mātauranga. The idea is to grab the knowledge and recite it. You're only as good as you can recite. I really admire those i akongi ana koutou i a tātou nei reo rangatira, those that are on the pathway of learning te reo Māori, kia kaha. They say, if you want to know, that if you can speak and understand and memorise 1,000 words, you're considered a high level of fluency. You know that? 1,000 words. Well, I learned 1,050 words when I started working at Whakatu in Te Mona. I can't recite those words. But that's it, whānau. If you can learn 1,000 words in any language, you're considered a high-level fluent speaker. It's now about how you use those words. Now, we're moving beyond words here, and we're actually talking about mātauranga. I'm going to go to a particular slide called Ngāti kune te pupuke, nā te pupuke te hihiri, nā te hihiri te mahara, nā te mahara te hinonga, ka hua te wānanga. We can go to that slide.
Going backward.
Everybody read this after me. Nā te kune te pupuke.
Nā te kune te pupuke.
Nā te pupuke te hihiri.
Nā te pupuke te hihiri.
Nā te hihiri te mahara.
Nā te hihiri te mahara.
Nā te mahara te hinengaro.
Nā te mahara te hinengaro.
Ka hua te wānanga. So I'm going to explain this next line here. Nā te hinengaro te manako.
Nā te hinengaro te manako.
Ka hua te wānanga.
Ka hua te wānanga.
Right? Let me explain this to you. This is the concept of wānanga. From a kahungunu perspective, from a Ngāti Pōporo grounding. This is an ancient, it's not a whakatauki, it's the Whakapapa of knowledge. Nā te kune te pupuke. In order to learn something, you must have a desire. If you don't have a desire to learn, then you might as well go home. To have a desire is all you need to start your journey in mātauranga Māori. Nā te kone te pupuke, kōrero mai? Now I want you to say it like you believe it. Ngā te kone te pupuke. Right. Show me that desire. If your desire is like, ngā te kone te pupuke, well, that's not the kind of pupuke we need. Nā te kone te pupuke. Nā te pupuke te hihiri. In order for your desire to go any further, it needs to have an aspiration within your mind. It has to come from in here first. Not here. You're not driven by here. You're not driven by here. You're driven by the intellect within your mind. It's called the intelligence. All right? Koina te hihiri. Nā te hihiri te mahara. And then from your aspiration and inspiration thoughts actually becomes the want. The want. The mahara. Nā te mahara te hinengaro. And then from that want and that hunger for mātauranga, it starts to form an actual combination and order in how knowledge is taught. Hinengaro comes from the word to actually gather your thoughts. Gather your thoughts together. So now you're talking about calibrating that knowledge. Nā te hinengaro te manako. And from that calibrated knowledge, you can actually start to deliver. Nā te hinengaro te manako, kōrero. Ka hua te wana. And from this order and sequence and formula of ancient Māori learning, which Pākehā have called rote learning, falls the ability to begin knowledge. Ka hua te wana. The wana begins. I need you to memorize this. Record it on your phones in every way. So we're going to do it in halves of the room. E tū koutou. And I want you to say it with conviction. And you guys are going to look over here and go, not quite convinced. All right? Nā te kune te pupuke. Nā te pupuke te hihiri. Nā te hihiri te mahara. Nā te mahara te hinengaro. Nā te hinengaro te manako. Ka hua te wana. Alright, you had me leading it, now you're going to lead yourselves. Tīmata mai, nā te kune te pupuke. Nā te pupuke te hihiri. Nā te hihiri te mahara. Nā te mahara te hinengaro. Nā te hinengaro te manako. Ka hua te wana. Facials? Were you convinced? Were you convinced? I kind of got a little lost over here, to be honest. I didn't quite feel that, what you call that fire in your belly. I didn't quite, so they're going to show you the fire in their belly. E tū koutou katoa on the side. Nā te kune te pupuke. Nā te pupuke te hihiri. Nā te hihiri te mahara. Nā te mahara te hinengaro. Nā te hinengaro te manako. Ka hua te wana. Right on your right, show us, teach us. Really? Show them how it's done. On the count of three. 1, 2, 3.
Nā te hihiri te mahara, nā te mahara te hinengaro, nā te hinengaro te manako, ka hua te wānanga.
Right, everybody, taiwa, say it. Taiwa te paki. I want you to look at them. I want you to look at them. Look at them. Titiro mai na kia rata. That's right. Not at the words. I want you to look at them. I'm going to recite it with you once. Look at them. Nobody should be looking over here. What are you looking over here for? Right? Look at them. Look at their eyes. You look into their eyes. Nā te kone te pupuke.
Nā te kone te pupuke.
Nā te pupuke te hihiri.
Nā te pupuke te hihiri.
Nā te hihiri te mahara.
Nā te hihiri te mahara.
Nā te mahara te hinengaro.
Nā te mahara te hinengaro.
Nā te hinengaro te manako.
Nā te hinengaro te manako.
Ka hua te wāna.
Ka hua te wāna.
Now, on your own. Nā te kone, tīmata.
Nā te kone te puki. Nā te puki te hihiri. Nā te hihiri te mahara. Nā te mahara te hinengaro. Nā te hinengaro te manako. Ka hua te wāna.
You are not going to forget this. You're going to have it embedded in you like your DNA. Every time you go to brush your nails and take them off and put them on the bench, however you brush your teeth, you are going to recite this. Wānanga, whakaaro, whakapapa, every time you brush your teeth. So if we see your teeth are butter, we'll know how heavy you do. But now it's your turn. Here too. Look at the eyes. Look at the eyes. I want you to eyeball it, Father. Eyeball it. Find someone's eyes and eyeball them. Nā te kune te pupuke.
Nā te kune te pupuke.
Nā te pupuke te hihiri.
Nā te pupuke te hihiri.
Nā te hihiri te mahara.
Nā te hihiri te mahara.
Nā te mahara te hinengaro.
Nā te mahara te hinengaro.
Nā te hinengaro te manako.
Nā te hinengaro te manako.
Ka hua te wāna.
Ka hua te wāna.
Look at their eyes. Titiro mai ana, kawa e titiro ana i tonei. Titiro e nā tau nei. Look at them in the eyes. Nā te kone, tīmata.
Nā te kone te pupuke. Nā te pupuke te hihiri. Nā te hihiri te mahara. Nā te mahara te hinengaro. Nā te hinengaro te manako. Ka hua te wānanga.
Mai te paki. Okay, look. I saw a few of you looking at your phones. Your eyes were casting down. When you're on a flight, you've got no phones in front of you. When you're in front of manuhiri, you've got no phones in front of you. When you're in front of te ao, we've just had the big hui amotu. You don't look at anybody else other than in the eyes of those you're speaking to. That's how we as Māori speak. We speak and we deliver with belief and conviction about what we are learning here today is of massive importance. That's how you play kōrero. That's how you karana. You don't karana and you're looking over at the trees and the birds and everything else to distract. You look at your manukiri. That is the way of Ngāti Pōporo. We have always been a people that eyeball our people. We never looked at the ground. We're not speakers that look in the sky. We are speakers that talk to the eyes of our people. This is the Whakapapa of Ngāti Pōporo. E tūtata. Nā te kone te pupuke, tīmara.
Nā te kone te pupuke. Nā te pupuke te hihiri. Nā te hihiri te mahara. Nā te mahara te hinengaro. Nā te hinengaro te manako. Ka hua te wānanga.
Close your eyes. Nā te kone te pupuke, tīmara.
Nā te kone te pupuke. Nā te pupuke te hihiri.
with those of our men folk, mena ka hea ana koe, he tau parapara whakapapa mo tō tūrara, I runga I Ngāti Pōporo marae. Whai kororo ia. Nā te kone te pupuke, nā te pupuke te ihi, te rata aia. Whakamau kōrero, whakamau mātou rau. I would be ever so happy to hear you chant this when you whai kōrero on this marae. And when you're chanting, you are looking at your manuhi. You are looking at your hui whānau pangi. You are looking at those who have brought their kaupapa onto the marae. One day when we have a reopening of our whare haura, this is the Whakapapa Wānanga I would like you and challenge you to utilise. I do not care if every speaker chants it either. It is the whakapapa from here of Ngāti Pōporo. Kapai? Right, we're moving on to the next slide. Memorise this. Has everyone got a record of it? Peter Pai? Beautiful, no excuses. We're going to have a bit of a haerenga today, whānau. We're going to be walking around. What I'm sharing with you is actually the formula of mātauranga, knowledge of Māori. It is actually the structure of all things to do within our marae and our Māori world. And it starts right here. Kaupapa. Anei te arawhata. Anei te arawhata. This is the arawhata. This is the foundation of the Māori mātauranga. Our word Rose was played around with called epistemology in the ugly academic. Basically, it is the father and the mother of knowledge of Māori. Kaupapa. Everything starts with kaupapa. Korero mai? Everything starts with kaupapa. It doesn't start with Kawa. It doesn't start with Tikanga. It starts with kaupapa. Without the kaupapa, you will not move anywhere. In Tonga they say, if I don't have any tapa, I can't do anything. For us as Māori, if we don't have a kaupapa, we can't do anything. And we shouldn't do anything until we have a solid kaupapa. The kaupapa literally means a solid footing, the grounding. That's what kaupapa means. It is the affirmation of connectedness to something that is solid. And the kaupapa can be anything. Kaupapa could be that we're going to a sports activity. The kaupapa could be that we are going to do this and we're going to do that. We're going to a tangihanga. We're going to a marae opening. We're going to whatever. We have a kaupapa. And the rule is this, Father. Don't have any more than one kaupapa for the day. There is one kaupapa for the day. See, we live in the Western world now. We think, oh, I have a kaupapa at 10 o'clock and then 12 o'clock I've got another one and 12:30 I've got another kaupapa. We end up all spaghetti in our heads. It's not the way we as Māori process. It's one solid kaupapa. Do it well or don't do it at all. And you end up all over the place. There's an odd saying I'll share with you, and it's called Kawa e taui hukuri. Has anybody heard that? Well, it actually comes from here. Kawa e taui hukuri. Don't be like a dog sniffing that tree, sniffing that tree, sniffing that tree, and sniffing that tree. Kawa e taui hukuri. That saying comes from here. Kawa, say, what are the That means don't. E taui hukuri. Don't have the nose of the dog. That's a saying right from here, Ngāti Pōporo. Kawa e taui hukuri. Don't be a hopper over here and a hopper over there. Stick to one kaupapa. Nail that, then move on with something else. E te mau, is that clear? Kaua e tau i nukuri. Kaupapa informs tikanga. Kōrero mai, kaupapa informs tikanga. The tikanga can't sit on its own. The tikanga must be grounded by a kaupapa. I don't really care what you've heard from any other one or any other institution. This is Ngāti Pōporo whanga. And in fact, this is what we teach in universities around the world. This very same format and formula. Kaupapa informs the tikanga. What does that mean? What does tikanga mean? Anybody want to have a go?
How things are run.
How things are run?
No, I thought it was principles.
Ooh, see, these are lovely words, aren't they? These are words actually embellished by Bākaha to try and unpack what is tikanga. Tikanga's whakapapa comes from where? This is it. You see the importance of the order? Your tikanga, we call it protocols, but those protocols may not sit in certain situations. So the word colloquialised as protocol is not suitable. Kaupapa informs tikanga. Just get that right and we'll look into what it actually means a little later on. Tikanga informs Kawa. What is Kawa? No one can give a wrong answer here, but just feel free to put it. This is not a you're wrong, you're right. Kawa. What is Kawa?
Practice, conduct.
Rules. Is that the law?
See, these are all the misconstructions of what the real Māori world is all about. It's actually quite simple. Is Kawa going to connect to what? The tikanga. The tikanga connects to what from it? So what's more important when you go, oh gee, what's the Kawa for today? What's that person actually telling you? I don't know what you must, this all ties back to here. You must know the kaupapa. Again, what's the saying? Kawa e tau i ukuri. Don't come over here and think you've got all the answers to Kawa because you've gone sniffing over there, Kawa. You need to come right back to Kawa. We're going to go into the next slide. Is there a slide up there? Oh, okay, no, go back to that one. Sorry.
That tikanga, tika is truth.
Well, no, it's actually truth. Tika is actually exactness. Exactness.
And
not partial.
No. And the kaumate is not from here. John Scott, who's the Mōrehu. Said tikanga is common sense. He said it was never said.
That's a typical Uncle John answer, isn't it? You know,
Yep.
Tika is actually common sense. But connect it back to here. And we're going to give a little example here. No, we're not going to leave you out there in one again. We're going to do an example. We're going to talk about a pōwhiri. Pōwhiri on Ngāti Pōporo Marae. Kei kone, Korongata. The kaupapa of the pōwhiri is to what?
Welcome.
Just pick one out of the sky.
Welcome.
Sorry, Chad? Welcome. To welcome the manuhiri.
Identify who they are.
Okay, to welcome the manuhiri is actually coming towards tikanga. But that's okay. What's the kaupapa? Why are we welcoming them? That's the question.
It's a birthday.
Oh, beautiful. It's a rā whānau. Right, it's a rā whānau. Let's stick with that. It's a rā whānau, whānau. Right. So, we are going to have a pōwhiri to welcome the whānau onto the marae. Alright, can't wait. Now the tikanga starts to take place. And this is starting to come back to common sense. This starts to come back to order. This starts to come back to exactness. gosh, it's actually my birthday. Where do I stand? Do I go over to my Ngāti Pōporo side? Or do I stay here with the rest of my manuhiri and come on with them? Now we're starting to talk about the tikanga. Tikanga. So here is what we are doing. Here is how we are doing it. And here is when. Very simple order. So in terms of the tikanga over here, where should I be? If it's my whānau birthday, and Ngāti Pōporo's welcoming me to the birthday, where should I be?
At the back
with the pots and pans. I like that, Ani. That's a typical Ani answer. You have to be with the whakaeke. You have to be over there. That is the place. What you're doing is you're taking away the mana of the haukainga by being on this side in that kitchen. Ani, you need to get your towel, throw it away, and you're going to kuku pum and send her out there. That's where she needs to be. Alright? That's the tikanga side of it. Of this particular part of the kaupapa, and we're going to get into layers of the kaupapa and the tikanga, layers of the tikanga, layers of the kawa. And so, Ani, you need to be out there if it's your birthday, so that we can put the mana back into you. You can't whakaihi yourself. You can't be on this side of the pōwhiri. We can't whakamana here ourselves. The haukainga has to give that to you. So you need to be over there to receive it. Can't receive it on this side of the whare. Why?
Because it's your good hands.
It has something to touch on when I talked about putting the mana back into someone.
It esteems that.
That side of the whare, of the manuhiri, are tapu. She can't come over here because we are noa. We can go that side, any side. So to be able to make things correct, the tapu side must stay there until, why did I say everyone had to have it in? To break the tapu. We have to break the tapu. You can't bring something tapu and remain it in here in tapu and then leave in tapu. Because what does that do to us here? We are locked in tapu. We are locked in tapu. And so no karakia is going to lift that because we've abused our tikanga protocol of the kaupapa. So understanding kaupapa is the most important thing of the day. It sets and informs the tikanga of what's happening in here. The kawa, these, you can call these in layman terms the rules of how we do things on the marae. To ensure that the tikanga is solid, to ensure that the kaupapa remains intact culturally, with our values intact. And we're not trying to compensate for anything. It's actually in solid order. So now we talk about the kawa. We talk about the kawa. The kawa of the welcoming pōwhiri for the whānau rani. Alright? So we have to be in a position to welcome. Now when you look at the wharenui out here, it's in a particular shape. It looks like what? Make the shape of the front of the meeting house with your arms. How does it look? Looks like that? Actually, whānau, it looks like this. What are these arms saying? Welcome. In no form do you see any marae carved like this. You will see no whare carved with its arms pushed back. They must be like this. And it is because it is to welcome Ani and her whānau. Ane and her whakapapa, Ane and their mate that they've had as a whānau, Ane and all of their challenges that they might have had as a whānau. It welcomes everybody to one single point. Is that clear? Yes. One single point. So what is the purpose of the marae?
Embrace them. Welcome.
Yep, let's get a little deeper here. What is the purpose of the marae in this process? I love that. Say it again.
Bring together.
It is to bring together. It is to unite. Manaakitanga is an outcome of this exercise. I think that's correct. But its actual purpose is to unite. It is to unite people. And this is the whole process of why we bring people eventually into the house. There's a particular reason for that. Don't think about what's actually happening now, because we've actually become quite Western in our thinking when we go, oh no, we have the hungi and the haere out here and go to the wharekai. That was not the old traditional practice on this marae, or any other marae. We've actually become quite Western in accommodating time and everything else. But under tikanga, it's important that they break the tapu through entering the house. But now we do it in another way. Oh, we're going to break the tapu over here in the wharekai. So we come back to this thing called the Kawa. Kawa is going to tell us the order that things must be done. The order. Now, if you don't deliver in the correct order, we start to takahi on the mana of who? And we might be wanting to do that intentionally, but that's not the tikanga and the kawa of the kaupapa. We actually need to be like this. And then the arms of Māoritanga go like this. Whakakotahi. Bring them together. The reason of entering into the house, I'm going to talk about. When you enter into a house, the Whakapapa kōrero is about, goes back to Maui. When Maui was starting to take the fingers, his mother was the goddess of fire, Mahuika. And he went to visit his nanny to go and take, he wanted to control fire. So he went back how many times?
3 times.
He went back how many times?
8 times.
Right. And each time he would go back and ask his nanny, he would go out into the bush and he would stamp it out. Then he'd go back. While he was stamping out that ahi, there was a little bird. And anybody know what the name of that bird was? All right, this is great. That little bird would see the Maui doing this, and it would look at him and go, hey, Maui, why are you doing that? And it was quite loud about it. In fact, this bird used to go, it was quite a loud bird. So what's a loud bird sound like? He used to make a lot of noise. And Maui used to, get away, chase this bird away. He'd go back and he'd pull off for the next finger, till it came to the last one and this queer threw it at him. This little bird's name was called Tiwaiwaka, the fantail. And what is the fantail to Māori? It's a very tapu bird. It is a sign of death to many of our people. It is a tohu about mate. But this little bird here, now when you see a Tiwaiwaka bird, unlike the tui that sits there, sings all day, the Tiwaiwaka jumps. It's a very fast, mobile bird. And in fact, the whirl is actually called Te Tiwaiwaka. Because when you see him doing his whirl, he's moving in the form of that Tiwaiwaka. Moving there. so that the enemy can't. Where is he? What's he doing? We do this in homage to the manu Te Waiwaka. Now this Te Waiwaka, at the time when Maui wanted to overcome death, he entered in through the uterus up into here to the heart of Hene Nui Te Pō. He wanted to overcome death, so his idea was, I'm going to come up here and I'm going to take her heart and I will kill Hene Nui Te Pō and overcome death. Therefore I will live forever. Well, as he entered into her and he came up inside her close to the ate, that little Te Waiwaka thought, I'm going to get you, Maui. And he crowed. And he crowed so loud, Hene Nui Te Pō awoke. And Maui died inside Hene Nui Te Pō. When you go into the meeting house, you look up, there is a carving called the pare, and it sits above the doorway. The pare is symbolic of Hene Nui Te Pō. And as we enter into the house, we enter into the house of living, because Maui was unable to kill Hene Nui Te Pō. So as we enter into that whare, that's the Whakapapa. Hence, it is important for our manuhiri to come into the house. Te maro? Right. So when we're entering into the house, where do the manuhiri sit? Where do the manuhiri sit in the house?
On the right?
Wherever the matapihi is. Wherever the window is. Some windows are on the left, some are on the right. Because the window is the only place that the dead are supposed to be taken out of the whare. Not through the door. The door is for the living. Yet on here we've seen it going in and out everywhere else except the window. The matapihi. You know, this is all about learning, whānau, isn't it? The whole idea is to learn at the wānau, not to judge, not to criticise.
You're saying this is Korongata's Tikanga, Kawa, but there's a lot of other marae hapu that bring their ideas to other people's marae.
Absolutely. And like I
So
said, I'm not here to judge the past, I'm just here to share my tauranga. Right? Just here to share the knowledge. It's about what we do with that knowledge. Right? But I'm just giving you the mātauranga behind why this and this in terms of what we do. So it's important that when we bring in Ani and her whānau, come back to the kaupapa, that we bring them into the house. Because this is where the tapu is lifted. This is where it's actually broken. And part of that process is actually the hareru and all of that stuff that happens outside on the line. Right, we're ready to take a little break, whānau, from this. Follow me outside, we're going out to the front of Luganoa.
Check it on the shoulder. Now, but then let's sort of sand it out.
Ka tere katoa, whakarai, come to the front of the house.
No, it's actually not bad. Geez, no.
I've got a copy of it. But yeah, we're holding hands.
Oh.
I understand what just beat and make them. I guess what I got out.
Yeah, the other one's fine.
Yeah. That's really good.
But anyway, we all go.
So you never hear it from anybody else. When they hear it, they go, did he just say that? Back in the days, they used to just go to Tikanga. That's where it came from. And go to the quite different and Tangi hop over to this, Tangi Wānanga in the big thing. Don't even know the deed how they come. Kapai whānau, we lost a couple, have we? They're multitasking. Yeah, they're just checking all the time. Tracy, can I go to the Whakapapa page, please? I think that's the next one. It's really, really small so that you have to come up here and read it. Engari, ko tēnei te Whakapapa o Ngāti Pōporo. Ka tu mai ana, ka e tau e nuku te rangi, ka moi ea kia whai ni māhutangi ia. Ka puta mai a rua tapu nui. Kei rua tapu nui, ka moi ea kia harahara e te rangi. Ka puta mai a rākai ora, ka moi ea kia aokara. E okara ka puta mai ana a tama te hau. Ka moia tama te hau ke rua tatua tia. Tama te ruarangi ke mai ana ka moia ia kia te ora. Ka puta mai a uenuku. A uenuku. Nā uenuku te rangi, uenuku te roa, uenuku te rangi. Ka moia ia ki te rangi ko. Ka puta mai ana a kahutia te rangi. Ka moia kahutia te rangi kia paikea. A paikea ka moia ia kia ala kau. Ka puta manaia. Manaia, Hawaii, ka moe Hawaii ana. Kia kui wai, ka puka mai a te ao patahi. Te ao patahi ka moe ai a patahu kura nuku kaha. Ka puka tuo. Tuo ka puka mai a tamo orangi. Ka moe ai a kia tūturuki. Tūturuki ka puka mai a te rangatahi. Ka moe a tarangatai. Karohi. A karohi ka puka mai a te āwhi. Te āwhinga ka moe ai a ki te ao māma. Ka puka mai a tātai orangi. Tātai orangi, ka moe ai a kia katapapa. Ka puka mai a tāra whakatai. Ka whakatau ana ka puka mai a mahana. A mahana ka puka ana naia. Na naia ka moe a te āni. Ana āni ana niwa. Ka puka mai a paraurangi. A paraurangi ka moe a paraurangi kia hamo. Ka puka mai a uero. Ka moe a uero ki. Taho au i a mua. Ka puka mai a ireroa. A ireroa ka puka mai a tokera wahine. Tokera wahine ka puka tama te pūkai whenua. Tama te pūkai whenua ka moe a iputi. Ka puka mai a tahunu. Ka haumunu ka moe a karango mai wahine. Ka puka mai ana a kaha kuranu. Ka kuranu ka moe a ke rua toki wahine. Rua toki wahine ka heke mai a wākai kuro. Wākai hikuro ka moe a ka maita. Tō maita ka puka mai ana a whaipa. Whaipa ka moe ai a ka tamai. Nā tamai ka puka a tu mai a te kaha. Ka moe a tu mai a te kaha te rākai wāka. Ka puka a hikawera. Ka moe a hikawera ke hene te moa. Ka puka mai ana te patiāpiti. Ka patiāpiti ka puka ka moe ai a te poroiti. Ka puka mai ana a nukunoa. Nukunoa ka moe ai a te mauha. Mauha ka puka mai ana a kairanga. Kairanga ka moe ai a kia hahake. A hahake ka puka mai a te tutu makahauna. Koina te rangi whakamutu ngā nei, mō pāta a te taku ake. Nā, ka puka mai ana tēnā kia mihi te kapua. A puka mai a ku tupuna ko rena ka Puriri. Nā rena ka Puriri ka moe a te oriwa kai tuna no te tūwhare toa. A te tūwhare toa o te whare tapura o tātou rangatira. Nā ka puka mai tēnā ko tana matua ake, ko tana wera tēnā. Nā ka puka mai ana a te rangi kāwea. A te rangi kāwea ka moe a te ringa he oro kino. Ka puka mai i tēnā kia hēni Puriri. Hēni Puriri ka moe ana ka Taita Goldsmith. Ka puka mai ana ka tu Pāporo ārama. Nā ārama ka moe ai a te taku matua. Whaia ara koe i tia. I would go into uri kore kwini, ka puka mai aha. Tēnā ngā whakapapa. You are welcome to take a photo and a copy of them, and your whakapapa will start from here. You can join your whakapapa to this tuputa here, and then you'll have a direct link of all your whakapapa. And I've also put the years in this one, so you can anchor periodically your whakapapa.
Sorry, are we able to get a copy of this slide and just
you take that whole slide, right? Okay. Koina ngā whakapapa whānau, and chronological years have also put the chronological years in there. And so you'll see your whakapapa will stem from one of these connections here in this whakapapa. I just want to make something quite clear. The purpose of whakapapa was to connect yourself to tūpāpaka. It was not to connect yourself to whenua. Whakapapa was to connect yourself to the tūpāpaka. Whakapapa is not something that we just throw around. Well, the kōrero from Mauku Matua, the purpose of whakapapa was to connect yourself to the deed. Now, when I'm saying the deed, the whare tupuna is also the whare mawhiri.
But I thought also Pai is connecting the people to
No.
I've seen them talk and they're able to connect them up.
Again, I'm talking from Ngāti Pōporo. The pai of the haukainga does not put its whakapapa out there. When we are on the pai talking as Ngāti Pōporo, we do not put our whakapapa on the pai.
So how do we connect to the other marae?
They connect to us. Marato e whakahere, marato e whakapapa, ka tātou te kaupapa. So they connect themselves to us. We don't stand there and whakapapa to everybody out there that's coming to Maruri. That's not the job of the haukainga. The job of the haukainga is to remain steadfast, hold the mauna, because this is the connection here. If they can't connect themselves through Nārārangi Whakapapa nei, they can't connect themselves through genealogical link, they connect themselves through Pōporo Whakapapa, Pūrākau. Is this new embellished word called stories. So with the people of Muri Whenua, come here, and I'm going to touch on Muri Whenua as one example. When Muri Whenua come here, they will whakapapa too. So who are they whakapapa to? Not Ruaparo.
Giant.
Well, she's a sleeping giant as well, if you didn't know that. When you go up to the far north, you will see the silhouette very similar to Rongo couple up in the far north. That is Muri Whenua. They were lovers, betrothed to one another by themselves. And the story is that Puriri, who was the father, said, listen, if you can go and eat this big rock down in the Heretonga, I will let you marry my daughter. What happened? He ate it, he choked, and he died, and that's where he lies today. So this is the whakapapa. See, it's not stories, it's whakapapa. And this is how they whakapapa back to us. The other whakapapa, how do we connect ourselves back to it? If we were to go up to Muri Whenua, Rongo couple would be one of them. Here's what it does come in. Where in Ngāti Kawa? He was born at the Hapua. Kahumunu was born at the Hapua, at the foothills of the Hapua.
Where's that?
Where is the Hapua?
Is it on the east or west?
East coast. Oh, come on, man.
I know Ngāti Kawa's over here.
Ngāti Kahumunu is in the north. Yeah, Ngāti Kawa and Ngāti Kuri. So Ngāti Kawa is north south, right? Kaupau, that's down there. Come north again, you have the Kawa. After the Kawa, you have the Hapua. After the Hapua, you have Tikanga. After Tikanga, you have Australia. Right? So, get your geographical whakapapa out. I'm going to touch on a little joke story here. So Uncle Tommy told him I was writing a Waiata. And I was there with many of the songs that we composed, fortunately. And we were down in Wellington. And Uncle was giving the whakapapa about I was doing the whakapapa about that. And then the professor stood up, as Uncle Tommy said, oh yes, and when you go up to Wellington, you will see the connection point back to my ancestor over my weapon. Oh, the professor stood up and said, excuse me, Mr. Taurima. He said, don't you move down to Wellington? And he said, oh yes, sorry. The Pākehā world history is wrong once again. Where is the head of the fish? The last time I looked, you looked upwards to the head, not down. So in the Māori world, how we see things is totally different to that of the Western world. Very similar to that, something we'll touch on in another one about Matariki. Why was this called Matariki? Why was this called Kawa of Yaturu? Why was this called te whuku o te Aotearoa. Well, I focus right here. Why were those names given? Because there is a connection all the way back to Tapu Tapu Wātea. Where is that? In Waiata. Tapu Tapu Wātea is exactly what it is. Tapu, double the emphasis, Wātea. It is where the waka of our ancestors began the journey all the way here to Aotearoa. From the time of 350 to 450 AD, the travels of Kupe and Ngāti. So, whenana, nā kōrero, Whakapapa, I just wanted to touch around Whakapapa and its importance. It is important to us, but it's not important to us to whakaihi ourselves. And that is why we don't stand on our whare and put our whakapapa in front of people on the marae here. Like the head of it here. But the mera of the kaupapa, the whakaherengianga, the tangata, kia kia tātou nei. The purpose of learning whakapapa and chanting it is to connect ourselves to it. This is where tau parapara starts to come into place around Pōporo. The purpose of tau parapara is to clear the way before us. So that tau parapara is like a karakia that lifts everything away from us to enable ourselves to become noa with one another. We'll get into Pōporo hopefully at another time. We can talk about karana at another time as well. How, what, when, and why, and what should be said at certain places, both structure of Pōporo, etc. But today, this was a starting point, to simply start and say, Whakapapa. So we are going to learn an ancient chant of Whakapapa, Ngāti Pōporo, right now. And it goes like this. O taku whakapapa te we whaine e aha o taku ranga tiratanga hei whaka tika tike taku manga maare motu hake. Nā haura e parau, nā hamo puta mai ko ueroa, ko toke rau wahi. Ko iwi pu, ka hunu puta mai koe, ki te ao marama. Ka hunu taku o tiki, aue ka hunu taku tipuna, aue ka hunu taku rangatira. Aue, puta mai koe, ki te ao marama. That's the Whakapapa chant that you will be using for here in Ngāti Pōporo. Kahumai. What does it say? O taku whakapapa rā e te iwi whaino. Translated loosely says, here is my connection for those who are seeking to know it. Ko taku whakapapara e te iwi whaine e ahau, who am I? Taku ranga tiratanga. Here is my position of ranga tiratanga. Here is my ascension of ranga tiratanga. Here is my ascension of my Whakapapa and my Pure Tapu. This is our connection to Kahana, a line of rangatira. We are direct descendants of this line of Whakapapa, as you can see. Therefore, we are not second-class cousins. We are not third cousins. We're not the hidden skeletons. We are direct descendants of Kahana. Ko taku whakapapara e te iwi whai nei e ahau takuranga tiratanga. Hei whaka tika tike. This is the paramount of all my genealogies. Because we have different sides of genealogies, right? The tahatu whai, the tahatu wā, pēnei āwhera. You know, the whakapapa all over the place, connections everywhere. But this is the direct line. Kahungunu. No, then we come down from Kahungunu. Here it is. Here's the chant. Starts right in here. Ne? Purauranga Kahanga. O taku whakapapara e te iwi whai nei ea hau taku ranga tiratanga hei whaka tika tika. Taku mana Māori motu hake e. This sets me aside from all the other tribes around the motu. That's what that is saying. Nā haunga he parau is parau. Parau is Ngāti parau. Parau is parau. For those who don't know, this is our connection. And this is their connection to us. So you will hear Ngāti parau stand on our marae and chant very similar whakapapa for this purpose. Okay? Nā haunga he parau. Nā hama. Puta mai ko uero, from Tororangi and Hanga kei uero. Ko toke rau wāhine. Nā, whenei tōra rangi te whakapapa. Ko toke rau wāhine, ko iwi pupu. Did someone see iwi pupu on there? Kahungunu e. Right here. Right here. So from iwi pupu comes kahungunu. Kahungunu e, puta mai koe ki te au marama, you are born into this world. Kahungunu taku pōtiki. From a child, he was a great leader. Kahungunu taku tipuna. He is a tupuna of ours. Kahungunu taku rangatira. He was the rangatira of this takiwa. Puta mai koe ki te au marama. Step into this world of enlightenment and lay translations. Kapai, e tūtata. Ko taku whakapapara. You're going to do this through rope learning. There are going to be no kupu, no words. What you hear, you chant. Ko taku whakapapara. E te iwi whai nei e aha. Say it after me. Ko taku whakapapara, e te iwi whai nei e aha. Again. Ko taku whakapapara, e te iwi whai nei e aha. Right, I want you to go like this now. Paki mai. Ko taku whakapapara, e te iwi whai nei e aha. Up this side. Look up. 4, 5. Taku whakapapara, okay. Taku whakapapara, e te iwi whai nei e aha. Taku whakapapara, e te iwi whai nei e aha. Takuranga tiratanga, hei whaka kite tike. Timata. Ko taku whakapapara, e te iwi whai nei e aha. Takuranga tiratanga, hei whaka kite tike. Tēnei. Ko taku whakapapara, e te iwi whai nei e aha. Takuranga tiratanga. I want you to bring it out. Hei whaka tike tike. Ko taku timata. Come on. Takuranga tiratanga. Come on. mana Māori motu hake. Taku mana Māori motu hake. Paki paki. Ko taku whakapapa. Timata. Ko taku whakapapa. E iwi whanei. Taku rama kia whana e paka tike tike. Taku mana Māori motu hake. That's right, we're up to motu hake here. Woo! Can't keep it. Usually there's a stick going around wrecking your legs. Ko taku timata. Ko taku whakapapa. E te iwi whanei. Taku rana te langa e paka tike tike. Taku mana Māori motu hake. Taku mana Māori motu hake. Ko taku toiwha. Ko taku whakapapa. E te iwi whanei. While you're chanting, instead of clapping, I want you to go like this. 1, 2, like you're grabbing a rope. You're grabbing a rope. Imagine you're grabbing a rope. So as your hand is going forward to grab it, you are thinking of the next kupu coming up. All right? 2, 5. Ko taku whakapapa. E te iwi whaine. E aha. Taku ranga tikanga. Paka tike tike. Taku mana. Nā haura e parau. Nā haura. We're going to go there. Nā haura. Grab it. Nā haura e parau. Nā haura. Kapai. Nā haura e parau. Nā hamo. Puta mai ko uero. We're almost there. Nā haura e parau. Nā hamo. Puta mai ko uero. Nā haura e parau. Torepa. Nā haura. Continue. I want you to actually physically think of pulling this rope. This is what rope learning is. This is how our tupuna learned. Nā haura e parau. Nā hamo puta mai ko uero. Now we're coming up to Pōtokera Wāhine. Ko tokera wāhine. Then iwi pupu. Ko iwi pupu. Nāhara. Nāhara. Nāhamo tutamai ko umeroa. Right. Ko taku whakapapa. Which one are you studying? Whaiata? Tēnei tātua tahi. Pōporo. Tima. Ko taku whakapapa. Iwi whaine. Tikanga Waiata. Taku mana Māori motu hake. Nāhara. Nāhara. Puta mai ko uero. Pōtokera wāhine. Pōtokera wāhine. Ko iwi pupu. Wai. Kaulure. Puta mai koe. Puta mai koe. I mea. Kaulure. Ka koe whāne. Ko taku whakapapa. Kia ka. Ko taku whakapapa. E te iwi whaine. Takanga tia tanga. Hei waka. Ko tera wāhine, ko iwi pūpuru. Mopai, ka ununu e. Puta mai koe ki te ao. Puta mai koe ki te ao. Right? Think about it, it's called rope learning for this technique. You're reaching to grab that next cookie. This will become real basic essentials when you start to rattle off your whakapapa. Rope learning. Ko taku whakapapa, timaka. Ko taku whakapapa, e ahau. Ko taku whakapapa, e iwi waiwe, e ahau. Kahungunu taku pōtiki, kahungunu taku tīpuna, kahungunu taku rangatira. That's it. Kahungunu taku tīpuna, kahungunu taku pōtiki. Pōtiki, what's the order? Pōtiki, tīpuna, rangatira. Pōtiki, tīpuna, rangatira. Alright? Kahungunu taku pōtiki. Toru pā. Kahungunu taku pōtiki. Owe, kahungunu taku tīpuna. Owe, kahungunu taku rangatira. Alright, me, Tata Katola, we are going to do this owe in between. And when we've done the last one, which is, what is the last one? Rangatira. We're going to hit it twice. Owe, puta mai koe, ki te owa, and we're done. That's it. Stay focused, here we go. Ko taku whakapapa, iwi waiwe, taku rangatira, taku manawa, mo te hake. Nā harai waru tāmo, puta mai ko uero. O moera wāhinge, hori pupu, hori wipu. Puta mai koe ki te oma. Here's the tree. Give me the first one. Kahungunu taku pōtiki. Come here. Owe. Kahungunu taku tīpuna. Owe. Kahungunu taku rangatira. Owe. Puta mai koe ki te oma. Do you hear? Only on that. Oh my God. There you go. That was less than 10-12 minutes. You just rope learned the whakapapa of Kawa. Relevant to here. So when Jerry's finished this Pōporo, he doesn't want to go have what's up each way. For the whakapapa, if they wait by me. E hau takurana tira rana e waka tika tike kakumana e kote hake. tira. Oh, everyone come over here, hold on. Cut it, Jerry, hold on,
Hey, just a question. You know how you were saying about we're going to about Whakapapa. So is that the same, you know how Jerry's going to do the white audio?
Yep.
And then you do this?
Yeah.
Is that acceptable?
Absolutely, 100%. Because it's not the kite order of doing the Whakapapa. It's us. Come together. You're on stage now, you're in front of the line, you have the king in front of you and everybody else. Now, Jerry. Now, Jerry, he we're sitting in the background. As soon as he's finished, and he's like getting close to the end of his fight order, what you never do is start the Waiata until he gets finished. What you're telling us, speaker, to do is that's not good mannerism. It's not how we do things here. All right? Not here.
Āpiti hono tātai hono, te huna mate ki te huna mate. Āpiti hono tātai hono, te huna ora ki te huna ora. Tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa.
O tātou whakapapa, you know what's happening? You're all spread out. Get together. You're going to find strength getting in closer together. Right? It's a pity man. What does that show you? It shows you, oh, these guys are united. Jerry, probably too.
Tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa.
All right, ladies. As soon as he's done that, tēnā koutou katoa, we're going to go straight into it. Or lead it straight in. Don't look around. When's it going to start? Push the button. Push the go button. All right.
Tēnā koutou, o te wātua turi, tēnā tātou katoa.
Ko tātou whakapapa,
Fabulous. Can I go to the next slide, please? Next slide. All right. So we have talked about these. You're welcome to take a photo of them. Ngāwahi tapu o Ngāti Pōporo. Te aua te atu, te pokeo te atu, te manga whakatuna, kikurau, ahuru, te one roa Waiata, motu o kura, Motu o Kura was the last wānanga out there in Waiata, typically now known as Bear Island. Yeah, that was the old whare wānanga. The Motu o Kura.
I'll circulate a copy of the presentation.
Tarawera. Now, Tarawera, this is very interesting. We are direct descendants of Hikawera. We are direct descendants of Nukuno. We are direct descendants of Patuiatiti. All right? Tarawera. Can anyone tell me anything about Tarawera? Tarawera. We're on our way to Tupare-Tō. We're going over to Tiokura.
And there's hot pools there.
Tell me about Tarawera. Boy, I forgot all my. Tarawera got its name from Tarawera, which means the burning spears of Hikawera. The Taiaha has the arero. In order to make the arero as solid as stone, they would heat it over the fires, cook it, dry it out till it became real marble, till it became as piercing as stone. It was no longer wood. So what is coal? Can you tell me what is coal? It's petrified wood. So to quicken that pace, our ancestors used to use fire, and Hikawera named Tarawera because of that's where he burnt his spears of his fire. Now you know. With the mother? Whakapapa. So every time you drive to Tarawera, I got Whakapapa, because that's where Hikawera, not just where the hot pools are, but just Hikawera burnt his spears in readiness for battle. Nā Hikawera tēnā, ngā tara o Hikawera. Te awa o Warugo. Rongo kapo ki Muriwhina. Now let me tell you another thing, mate. So many people look at kupu and they go, oh, that's spelled wrong. Well, actually, here in Ngāti Pōporo, the Māori language was spelled phonetically. So there are writings of our people that are actually writing te whare with an F. Whanake with an F. Because our language was phonetic. What does that mean? It was spelled how we made it sound. Right? So when you see someone say to you, oh, gee, you spelled that kupa wrong. Well, actually, this is how it's pronounced.
Which one are you saying was spelled wrong?
No, just as an example. When you hear the L here. And the same when you go to Hamanui, where they drop the H, and there's Whanganui, and Whanganui itself having an H, the people of Whanganui had it removed. So these are just some of the quick stories, you know, that understand our position on Mātauranga and Māori for us. And understand that maybe later on another one, and I'd love to share with you Whakapapa that was shared to me personally about our connection to our iwi. We have direct links. Did you know we have direct links to Honolulu? To Aotearoa? Direct links from the arrival of the Whakataki Timu here, led by Ruafa. That Ruafa held the sacred Tuki Te Awhiowani, and he gave the Te Awhiowani to the Waka Aotea so that they would always know we are connected to Aotea. This is Whakapapa whānau. This is the stuff we'd like to share if we get to do some more of these. Later, we are almost coming close to the whakamutu now. We can come to the next one. This is our new Waiata. Let me explain to you. The Ngāti Pōporo. When I was thinking about this, it just came, the Waiata came. And our kupu e rangitiana, e tere mei aho. The words just came. The Ngāti Pōporo, ane mātou, e hi atu. This is us welcoming, greeting the people that receive this Waiata too. E tū ngā whare manaki tangata. It comes right back to what was the actual kaupapa of Ngāti Pōporo, Korongata Marae, e ngā whare tūpuna nei.
To manaki others.
Kaupapa of this line was to manaki tangata. Manaki tangata. And so when we talk about tikanga and kawa and all that stuff that falls from the information of kawa, kaupapa, kaupapa, this smile has always been manaki tangata. So, e tū ngā whare manaki tangata. Let our houses that stand be here to accommodate, bless others, make others feel welcome. E whakaruru ana kia koutou, katoa, as a sheltering place, as a place of protection. Whakaruru hau doesn't just mean a bus shelter, but it actually means you can live here. You treat our home like it is yours. Climate change is the word manuhiri, right? The meaning of manuhiri. We were actually the people that said, if you need a place to be, come here. This is the kaupapa of our life. E whakaruru ana koutou katoa to everybody. There was no, oh, just you and the one in the car, everybody. Ko te awa o te atua. Just talked about that secret awa. He wai oranga, mai ko tupuna. The specialness about this water is that it was actually healing water. This was water that as you sprayed on yourselves, you would feel clean. Your hara, ngā mea, kipu kei ono ia te wehe a. All those other things would be gone if you washed yourself with this water. Ka tangi taku ngākara whānau, because I don't see that awa here. Yet that water that was here was actually sacred for purifying ourselves. Then we go on to here. Kia kaha tātou, all of us, e hāpai taku iwi nei, help lift my iwi to be what it is meant to be. Now the whakapapa. Ko hiko wera taku tupuna. Hiko wera is my ancestor. E heke iho ki mana whenua. And it gives us the right to be here as mana whenua. Ko nuku noa te imo Romanui. We will establish the name to be famed around Aotearoa, nuku noa. He uri tapu o Whatuiatiti. This part is a haka, a sacred descendant of Whatuiatiti. He iwi o te whakataki tinu. We are an iwi of Taki Tinu. Whilst we're on that little note, just to pause, it's a Pākehā concept to micronise or to minimise an iwi. It was out of convenience from the Crown to actually say, these are the only iwi in Aotearoa. It's out of their convenience. But what, from a Māori worldview, what makes an iwi is actually the same thing that makes a hapu. The same thing that makes a hapu that actually makes it, comes back from a collective of whānau with a common ancestor. So our common ancestor enables us to be as a hapu, which enables us to be as an iwi. So although people may refer to Ngāti Pōporo as a hapu of kahungani, actually we're an iwi in our own right. Don't be, you know, this kaupapa here today of this wānanga is to demystify, decolonize, to take away those things that we've been thinking to be true, that have been passed down to us through impacts of the Pākehā. Be clear that we actually stand as Ngāti Pōporo as an iwi. We're not just a hapu. Koina. So, Ngāti Pōporo. Then we go here from the waka. Ka puta tātou e tūmatu nei e. Here we are. Ngāti Pōporo. Ngāti Pōporo. And then, of course, Ane Mātari Mihi Atu. This is us. We are Ngāti Pōporo. we welcome you, we greet you. Come and join us. Right. All right, I think we can play it if you like. There should be a little audio file on this one. Not on this one. Oh, it should be. Yeah, so keep it tight. So this marae is right by the side of the other, right next to the Pōporo as well. That's what that literally means. They're positioned close by. All right. Ngāti Pōporo, please, Chase. All right. All right, back up. All right, here's my city. Ngāti Pōporo. I'll take a little break. You guys can teach me.
No, I haven't got it yet.
Oh, it's all right. It's all right. All right, here we go, Farmer. He's now going to organize it into choir pieces. Yeah. Can we have all our wine on that side then?
I'll just say
Beautiful. That's the one.
So the bass is actually the shape. Yeah, and the next part of this is just Ngāti Pōporo. And then you know what the last one is. Maybe should we try it? 2, 3, Ngāti Pōporo.
What's our first one? What's our first one? Now, what's the altos? Pōporo. So sopranos are up here. Altos with group. Oh, shit.
I'll take it as a compliment.
And then our basses, I know. Okay, so try 2, 3, 4. Go. No, just you guys. 2, 3, 4. What's that low part? That's the lowest part. Yeah. Ready, 2, 3, 4. Good. Change for the next line. I must have come too.
Alemata wehia tune.
Alemata, so you person sing the tune.
Alemata wehia tune. Awe. Alemata wehia tune.
Is that too loud?
Alemata wehia tune. Awe.
Yeah. Is that right? So try from the top.
Yep. O Ngāti Pōporo.
Okay. Try and mix 1, 2 parts here. Ngāti Pōporo. It starts the same. Yep, just carry it. So who's going to do that? Is that you, friend? Ngāti Pōporo. Ngāti Pōporo. It's all the same except for the last one. Yep. Ready, 2, 3. Ngāti Pōporo.
Actually, there's another thing there. Mana Vishnu. Right? Kinga Mana Vishnu.
So the timing would be
Kinga Mana Vishnu.
no space. 2, 3, 4. Korongata Now, put in the word now. Yeah, this is 2, 3, 4. Ngāti Pōporo, Ngāti Pōporo, Ane Mata, Iatule. 2, 3, 4. Ane Mata, Iatule. Ngāti Pōporo, Ngāti Pōporo, Ane Mata,
Ngāti Pōporo. Thank you very much for coming out. Here the chairman and Mayana, Menaka Pokate, Yana, how we now forward the things to the Wahana, the key, the way to the key. Yawa, able to take your thoughts and the fire and the fire. I have thought, good, but Piroto e tēnei ao tino hui rau. E whakaheria te ua o whakangonga te tata. Vai ana tātou te au māsa. Wena te metri, kia o tahi tata. Wai ho ki ngā me nau ana te tuaratana. Wai ho ngā me whakitai. Aroha nui a tātou o tata. Kia o tahi. E matua, o kaha e no waiu e tātou tēnei roa. Tino, mi haro o kaha tō tautoko i e tuaranga i e tēnei kuina o tātou me wānanga. Nā nei, ngā hua pai o te mahi te tūmanga. Nā te kone te puke, nā te puke te hihina, nā te hihina te maha, nā te mahara te hihina. Pāpua te wana o tātou. Rōrere te whānau, Jerry, o kātāronga, tātou katoa ake. I ngā ringa wera kua mana ki Jerry e tātou, e kōtaura o kaha, te me tōro, o tātou nei marai, kōmuti ana, a mehi tēnei, kōtau ngāpanahi, tēnei e tāra whaka mātahina, tēnei te mihi atu kia kōtau, tēnei o, ka kau ki ana te rātou kia te. Tēnā kūtou, kia ora. Kia ora. Kia ora. Tā,
mā tēnei upe hei pihia si kia koe. Kua pini tia e koe i nā kai. Pa te hirikapo, ma te nākau hoki. Ko te ia o tēnei waiata, ka whakaaro ai. Kai roto i te kāwangatanga me te whakahaunga me ki te Doctrine and Covenants 25:12. E waiata o te nākau, e momo karakia ki tō tātou ni matu i te rani. Nā tātou e waiata ana tēnei momo waiata, e momo tēnei. Hei oho ake i a tātou kia noho tahi tātou, ai, mō Ngāti Pōporo a hau, ka tū kaha a hau, ai aha te aha, o Ngāti Pōporo. Nā reira, e hara ngā mihi e mutu, e hea ngā wā i rongo ai i a koe e ki ana, ko te wānanga e whai ake nei ka kōrero tātou e whānaki i tēnei wānanga. Tāki nei, kia tere me wānanga no tātou. Mō kuake nei, e wānanga pai tine, e wānanga pai mō kuake. Hare nei runga i tira, tēnā kutau, tēnā tātou tātou.
E tū tātou.
O Ngāti Pōporo. Ane mātou e mawhare i tātata e whakaru whakapotoa e te te puke o te asoai. O te awa, o te atua, e waio o te tūpuna, ia taha o Ngāti Pōporo. Ane mātou
Puriri, e nari e pā, e mō te ona, nai hoki Nau hoki e whakatō nā mea pai tōna nākau hei whānai atu ki a mate. Anui tā mate ino I e pā, e pāhuri atu mate ki a koe, I tēnei wāhana o te rā, ko tōtama a inuka raiti ko mātou nei pau whakapirina. Anei tā mate inoe, I roto I te ingoa a inuka raiti, Āmen.
Āmen.